Harikesa Swami. He was the chairman of the International Governing Body Council, which is the highest governing body of ISKCON. He had over 3,000 disciples in Europe. This sannyasi guru is alleged of having a secret illicit affair with a female massage therapist. He left ISKCON in 1999 and is said to have gotten away with millions of dollars donated by the devotees.
Harikesa was very cruel to the Prabhupada devotees. You know, he was kicking people out. And there was an important devotee there named Veda Vyas, and he challenged Harikesa, and he was one of the first people to get really, challenged in public and made a fool of in public. You know, they made an example out of anyone who challenged. You know, anyone who challenged. So Veda Vyas was really, criticized and chastised by the whole GBC, and so they did that on purpose. They would make an example out of anybody who challenged so that everybody else would be quiet. But Harikesa kicked a lot of people out, a lot of Prabhupada devotees out. And, one of the big problems was they kicked out a lot of Prabhupada devotees just immediately. Like literally hundreds of them. Bhagavan kicked out a whole bunch of Prabhupada devotees in Paris, and he just left them stranded at the Paris train station. And then of course they called Harikesa and said, we would like to come here, and Harikesa said no. And so, in other words, they ganged up together on these, the dissenters, and didn't want to allow them anywhere. Bhagavan was, had a problem with dating a disciple. Harikesa was dating his disciple. Jayatirath was dating a disciple. Rameshwar was dating a disciple. Satsvarup was dating a disciple, so they all had these problems, but they didn't all come out at once. Harikesa thing just kind of went on and on and on because he covered it up. I mean, he kept saying, this is my therapist, and me and my therapist need to spend a lot of time in the room alone because she's giving me therapy, you know what I mean? So it was covered up for years and years and years, and everybody suspected something was going on, but we really didn't have proof. And then, finally it became just too obvious that he was having a problem with this woman. Well, at least $1 million. I think he asked for $2 or $3 million. There were some very tense meetings with him and Hari Sori and some of the other leaders, and he blackmailed them. He said, if you don't give me $1 million or $2 million, whatever it is, I'm going to spill the beans on all of you, because I know all the crimes that all of you guys are doing. I mean, he could have maybe gone to the police and really, got some of them in trouble for all kinds of things. So he threatened them. No one knows the exact amount, but we do know that right after he left, he bought a big villa, on the French Riviera or something like that, very expensive property. So he definitely left with a very substantial amount of money because he was able to buy this very substantial property. He left that place, and I think he's living in Alachua, Florida right now. And I don't know what his living situation is, but, on the other hand, if, a fool and his money are soon parted, he probably just blew all that money. Because he really didn't have any other further income. He was given a lump sum payment, and he probably just burned that up and, doesn't have a big income now. But I understand he still gets some money from some Russian disciples.